Good morning. Daniel Swartz here from Wisconsin. Well, I'm heading to Menards to go get materials for my next job. I gotta get back to work and make some money here. I was working, but I wasn't making money. That's homework for you. Well, I was thinking today about the dangers of taking gifts from people who don't truly give the gift. They keep their fingers and their heart attached to that gift, and they use that gift as a way to manipulate you. And you won't know it until you experience it. And there's some people experiencing this now, and they're confused and they don't know how to get out of this situation. It's the method of getting out of the situation is simple, but when you're tied to the person, by family ties or good friends or something like that, it can be messy and difficult to just do it because you're afraid of hurting people's feelings. And this is what I'm talking about. Somebody gives you something. It's over the top. You're not expecting it. You're not asking for it. You weren't even thinking of getting one yourself, but this person is like, wow, they give you this huge gift and said, I've been thinking about you and how you could do this or do that, and I see your situation and I bought you this thing to help you out, but you had no plans of buying this thing yourself. So at first you're like, no, I can't accept that. And they have for every excuse you give for not taking it, they have a reason for why you should. And they are all love and they're all praise, and they do anything it takes to get you to accept the gift. And once you've accepted the gift and you have it for quite a while, and maybe you're not really using it, you're doing a little this and that with it, think tools and machines. Somebody gifted you a tractor so that you could make money plowing, but you never had, because they saw in your area that there's a need for plowing, but you never had a plan in your head to do that. In fact, you're busy enough doing what you were doing. Or maybe they gift you a square biller and they're like, hey, it's really good price, and you're part of the, you could do this and you could do that and you could do all these things, and you're not really using the gift that much. And then they start to ask you about it. Hey, are you gonna use that thing I gave you? You're like, well, I play around with it here and there. And they're like, well, I thought you would use it more. And they start in on this, and they start this, and they start that. And I thought you'd use it a little more. I thought you would. I kind of have hurt feelings that I bought you this expensive thing and it's just sitting there. You should at least put it inside so it doesn't rust, because it's expensive and I spent all this money on you, and this is how much I love you, and I'm so offended that you're not doing what I thought you would do. That kind of talk. And then there may be like, well, since you're not using it, I called your brother. Your sister was asking about it, and I said she could use it for a while, but they'd have to ask you. But yeah, it's fine by me. And keep in mind, this is supposed to be yours. They gave it to you. And then they're like, well, maybe we could work back and forth, and you could bring it over here because I have a use for it. I could use it. If you're not using it, I could use it. If that's going on, give the gift back. It will be a never-ending stream of requests that require you to do something for the other person that you don't want to do. It was never your plan. The other person pushed this on you as this great and wonderful gift. And then once it was established and it's yours, then they began to use it in ways to manipulate you, to get you to do, because there are people out there, that doesn't make sense, but there are people out there who do this kind of thing just because they have the desire to have somebody under their thumb. And they love to one-up somebody and use this kind of thing to manipulate you into feeling guilt so that you do more for them, or just plain to have somebody they can talk bad about. I gave them that wonderful gift and they don't even really appreciate it. It just sits there, you know. And why do we do good? You wouldn't think somebody spend thousands of dollars and give it away just for someone to bitch about. But I've seen it. It's sick. You give it back. You give all those gifts. If anybody gave you a gift, but they're always talking about it, and then they're using it to manipulate you into doing things you didn't want to do, you never planned to do. It was all the other person's plan and idea, and they're manipulating you, and then other people are getting involved, and then they want it back, and then they give it to you again, then they want to use it, then they're giving other people permission to use it, or telling other people to go ask you to use it. Give it back. Otherwise, it's going to be years and years of headache. It will never end, and if you do use it a lot, you're going to be asked for so much more in payment back, even though it's a gift. When you give a gift, it is given. There are a lot of people, manipulative people, do not understand the concept of a gift. When I give somebody something, it's theirs, 100%. If I gave it away and said, this is your gift, I don't care if they take it out back and take a shit on top of it. It's theirs. Now, if I give somebody a gift and they just wreck it, I might not give them another gift, but I'm not going to bitch about what they did to their gift because it is theirs. I gave it to them wholly 100%. And if they choose to be destructive with their own personal property, yes, it was a gift, but once I give it to the other person, it is no longer mine. I have no say in it, no emotional attachment to it whatsoever. If I had an emotional attachment to it, why would I give it away? That would be a sickness. You'd be like, I won't give it to you, but I kind of mine still. It's still kind of mine. That's... If the person will not allow, like, they won't take it back. You know, they might have been complaining all about it, but then, you know, you can just have it back. I really don't use it. Like you said, I don't use it. I don't have plans for it. It's just sitting outside. Why don't you take it back? And they're like, no, I gave it to you. It's yours. Then sell it and give them the money. You do whatever. If they won't accept the money either, give the money to a charitable cause. Don't keep the money. Oh boy, you'll never hear the end of it. Otherwise, they will use that gift to influence you and try to influence you and control you and have some kind of power over you, even if it's just to make you feel small in their presence because they're so much better than you, because they gave you this thing and you're such a disrespectful person who never uses it, even though it was never your plan. They actually pushed you into accepting the gift. They wheedled and they sweet talked until you're like, man, this guy's just got a heart of gold, and boy, were you wrong. So, beware of those kind of gifts. A lot of people, though, their own heart is greedy. So even though this gift is giving them all kinds of problems, they won't let it go because it's such a nice thing to have. Well, if you're willing to put up with the shit, don't complain about it. Anyways, y'all have a great and wonderful day. Just another attempt at wisdom from a Wisconsin hillbilly.